Hello, comrades! Welcome back to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. And straight off the top of the episode, I have to say thank you to everyone who left a comment on the last video. There was pretty much unanimous consensus from pretty much everyone who watched, from what I can see anyway, that rather than driving steel manually to the border and wasting a whole bunch of fuel and resources, we should instead set up ships, because ships can travel right to the edge of the map and just export resources as soon as they arrive at the edge of the map. So I think that's what we're going to try and do today. We are going to try and set up a shipping route. That's right. That's right. It's gonna be mad. It's gonna be brilliant. Right. So first things that I want to do, I want to find a place. I want to find a nice, reasonably easily accessible place where we can put in a shipping terminal, because we need to start making money somehow, and steel, I think, is only going to continue to increase in quantity at the steel mill until we take remedial action to sell it as swiftly as possible. I'm quite happy for all of the constructions around to to just sort of continue as they were. I want to sort of set up some more micro missions, so to speak, for all of the construction offices, and they'll be able to get to work on that. In fact, what I should also do is I should also link up the prefab panel factory, because if I'm able to do that, then I can pretty much start building some more homes. Let me just take a quick little look at how complex it is to build a prefab panel. I actually straight up have all of those resources. I produce all of the resources that I need in order to make prefabricated flats. I produce them all locally. Yeah, straight up, that's brilliant. Yeah, let me stick this over here. Yeah, see if we can smooch it up just a little bit more. Smooch it up is the wrong term. I meant scooch it up. Scooch and smooch, completely different words. Completely different words. Let's also set up a gravel road. We'll set up a gravel road like over to here, and we'll basically just sort of try and make a route around. Are we not able to get under that cable? Wow, okay, I was away to say, let's try and make a route, around the facilities that we've got right over here, but I guess if that's not going to be possible, then we're going to have to do it in two routes. I mean, if needs must, then needs must, but I'm not entirely convinced that needs do indeed must, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. Okay, so we'll have two little setups over here. We will start that construction, and after that construction has been done, then we will address putting some houses over here. And in the meantime, these chaps should indeed get to work on building the construction chaps should get to work on building this area, and also building the home as well. As I say, all of those resources, all of the base resources we have in stock. We really, really do. Maybe a little bit of link up is required. Can't link up the road from here unless we wanted to remove the engine transfer. But I think, is there a way that we can get away with? I mean, we're not actually storing prefab panels anywhere at the moment. Why don't we store prefab panels somewhere that can be accessed by trucks? I mean, that's a pretty darn novel idea. This is just a quick little thing to do before we get fully started on the shipping aspect of what's going on. Right, let's turn this around. Let's stick that in right over there. Cool, let's do that. And let's see if we can connect, by some miracle, overlaps with existing construction. So I guess that's a no, purely because of the telephone poles in the way. Not telephone poles, electricity poles. There we go. That's fine. Let's, what will that cost? Gravel, asphalt? I mean, we can set that up to be built. Yeah, we can set that up to be built by workers. Resources needed to finish the entire construction. I mean, let's just build that. Build that as well. And then we can allow this to be built by the construction offices. I think that's a good compromise. It's a good compromise. And what we can do is we can link up the prefab panels there. And as soon as this is done, we can get the prefab panels unloaded. We can put unload. I'll leave unload on because I think we need to move concrete. Sorry, we need to move cement over there. So we can unload cement and then we can load up prefab panels. Brilliant. And shouldn't have done that. And then we need, yeah, because that resets the entire thing. Can't find a path over there. Okay, you know what? Just build it. Just get it built. That's fine. And then we'll set this up so that we've got prefab panels just over here, ready to go. Yep, good. Find connections. Right, you know, that looks okay. That looks okay. That looks good. Okay, so can I scroll up a little bit? Open storage. Yep, there we go. So I want to unload prefab panels. I want you to load prefab panels there. Unload cement there. Brilliant. So we're gonna unload prefab panels in the medium open storage. That's the plan. Is that what's happening? That is indeed what's happening. You're taking 1.6 tons of prefab panels. Brilliant. Excellent. We do need a little bit of power to reconnect the wires over here, but I mean that's easy. We can quite quickly do that and sort that all out very, very nicely indeed. Right. Brilliant. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. So, we just need to add prefab panels and steel as well. We need to... Oh, no, we've already got a steel area, but it needs to just be linked up. Right, what do you take? You take prefab panels and steel, so we'll set this up as the prefab panel source. Prefab panel source right over yonder. And a steel source of yonder. Brilliant. Okay, so now we should have all of the required resources to build all of the gravel roads, all of the prefabricated flats. Yeah, so it's just going to take a little bit of time to get done. Right, brilliant. Now, let's focus on ships. Let's focus on ships. Let's focus on ships. Let's focus on ships. So, in the first instance, we're going to need to find a cargo harbor. A cargo harbor medium is what we require. I mean, this is gonna be a little bit of a pain in the backside, frankly, because we're gonna need a pretty large area of uninterrupted water, followed by a pretty straight, flat bit of land. So I think this is gonna require a little bit of terraforming. Now, are we technically within range? I didn't think so. I didn't think that we would be within range of the good old construction office in Potatograd. So that's fine. We're going to have to just buy a temporary one. That's no problem at all. We can just get a couple of excavators, a couple of bulldozers. Shouldn't be too much hassle at all. Yep. And bash a couple of bulldozers in here. Yeah, 3. 1, 2, 3. Fine. Alright, so now what we can do is we can terraform a little bit. I guess we probably want to stick it like out here somewhere. I think this is probably the flattest area. Bear in mind, we're going to run a train track from this area. A bespoke train line, that is. A bespoke train line all the way down here. Down here, down here, down here. Right to this area. So, I think flattening out the land over at this area would probably make the most sense. There we go. Yeah, we'll just bring it out into the water so that there is sort of no ambiguity about where the water starts and the land ends. I must say, commend these bulldozers for working overtime in the water. That's good stuff, my friends. You know, anything for the glorious Soviet Republic. That's what we're all about here. Okay. And yeah, we're probably going to need a little bit of sort of inland flattening land for, you know, just infrastructure, train stations and whatnot. We're going to need that, but I mean, that shouldn't be too challenging to organize. Once this landscaping, once this bit is done, this is the vast majority of the landscaping taken care of, I think. Right, so let's just tidy that up a smidgen. Yeah, I did think very, very briefly about if we could create like a waterway all the way down to Potatograd. That may still become possible. I mean, we've already got the beginnings of what looks like a river. But, again, it'll just take time. Alright, perfect. So that seems to be absolutely grand. How much is this going to cost me? 172,000 rubles. Right. That's starting to scare me a little bit. That is starting to scare me a little bit. Right, well, let's get it done. We are going to auto-build it straight away. Auto-build it straight away. And then we're going to need to move steel up here. Now, what I can do is I can actually set up a factory connection. So we could set up a small open storage, or indeed a large open storage, if that was something that I'm interested in. But probably a medium open storage, because that means that the train can just sort of drive in and drop off the resources. Yeah, so we'll... Sure, you know what, we'll do this. I mean, I don't love doing this, but, you know, we'll do it anyway. We'll do that. We'll get a forklift station as well. I mean, I don't think I can connect that up anyway. It's just too darned long. We probably want to try and keep as much of this space free as possible, just in case we want to use this harbor to sell other stuff. I mean, we undoubtedly will at some point, but I suspect, honestly, that time is quite far off. Okay, so this is about 50% completed. We're down to about 200,000 rubles. No worries there whatsoever. 4 forklifts. Brilliant. And we're also going to need to get a little bit of extra boat infrastructure. So I do indeed believe we're going to need a... I think it's a ship dock. I think it's a ship dock. I think this will allow me to buy boats, as opposed to a dry dock, which presumably allows me to make them. Oh, goodness gracious me. I mean, this is really sort of testing what the heck I know. I mean, can I have a little look in the help tool area? No, doesn't look like there is any tooltips on boats at the moment. Okay, well, we might just have to roll with the punches for this one. Oh, no, that's not what I'm interested in. Okay, well, we can do a little bit of extra landscaping. Right. Okay, purchase resources using rubles. We don't really want to do that. We are importing a heck of a lot of fuel at the moment, by the way, but that's kind of not important for now. Okay. Let me see if we can just sort of build a little bit of extra land over here, just to try and get myself... What do we want to try? A docks or a dry dock? I mean, a dry dock almost certainly seems like it's to do with manufacturing a vessel, a ship. So, by that rationale, I would highly suspect, highly suspect, from my very uneducated Soviet perspective... It's not like my perspective is specifically uneducated because it's a Soviet perspective. I'm just saying, well, the Soviet was for the roleplay, but uneducated perspective was definitely the truth of the matter. Because, I mean, you know, I'm confessing to you right now, folks, that I have absolutely no idea. However, we'll give it a test. We'll drop one of these down. A ship dock medium. Yeah. We can't actually build this. Well, we could build this, actually. We could build this. We can build almost most things, actually. Yeah, and then a dry dock, if needs be, can go in here. We can extend the water a little bit more. Let me see if we can get a gravel road linked up. I don't know why I would need to get a gravel road linked up, but it just seems like the right thing to do, you know? We can't just have docks that aren't connected to nothing. That just seems, frankly, ridiculous. And I'm not about that ridiculous life. Okay. Yeah, but this road can be connected to nowhere. That's absolutely fine. Whilst this dock is building, why don't we see if we can look into getting a railway set up. Now, I don't really want to make a super complicated railway. In fact, I'm sort of in the mindset of why don't we just build a single bit of track? It's going to keep the construction a heck of a lot simpler. And we can always double it up if indeed we require that at some point later. Now, as you'll note, I'm trying to stick very, very close to the river because there is a massive, massive, massive mountain, which you can see on the wireframe right there. However, ground around rivers tends to be, for the most part, substantially more level. So that's always nice. Problematic also is this hill here. I mean, do we have the ability to build a even a garbage bridge? I don't know how much this would set me back. I mean, we can always build the bridge. Building a bridge seems to be the best way to go about sorting this problem. I mean, if I was to do that, would that work? Too steep of a descent still? That seems to work. I mean, that will cost me 200,000 rubles. Is that kind of what I'm just after? It is a big price to pay. I mean, that brings the cost down by about 100,000 rubles. I mean, I guess I can always do the landscaping for free. I mean, what if I was to follow a similar route to the road? The road is fairly well customized, I would say, to flatness. Which means that maybe we'll have a little bit of a better chance of getting the road. There we go. But the problem is that it needs to... We need to try and adaptively reduce the height. Yeah, this area does seem like it'll be a little bit of a problem. What about we try and make it in little baby steps? It looked good for a second there. For a very brief second, it looked good. That does look good, actually. Alright, now it's gone back to looking rather bad. Okay, well, let's try a little bit of terrain modification here. Take that back just a smidgen. Okay, that also looks not too bad. I should have the wireframe turned on. That's what all of the Workers and Resources Soviet pros do. They turn the wireframe on. I have absolutely no idea, by the way, if that's the case. Maybe we could just get a bridge down here. I mean, that would certainly keep costs down. Over to there. I say it would keep costs down. Okay, look, we'll save like 500,000 rubles. Let's just do that. I'm not prepared to faff around for hours and hours and hours to try and get it working properly. Let's just leave it like that. Let's just leave it like that. I know riots in the comments. I think that's the best way to go about fixing this. And that means that we can turn this unsightly wireframe off really, really swiftly, which is frankly a major win. Okay. The next thing that we're going to want to do, and it's very, very important that we do this, is we're going to want to name our shipping area. I think we should call this Shipski. Shipski. There we go. Shipski, and that's going to be next door to Doksky. Why? I don't know. Why not, right? Right. Doksky. Doksky. Brilliant. Okay. Is this dock going to be in any way useful? It's useful. Hooray. We did it. Okay. Holy cow. How much steel will you take? Okay, you will take a lot of steel. Cargo ships. Okay, so that's a... Oh, that's a hydrofoil thing. That's a really, really interesting ship. Okay, I mean, that's going to cost us 3 million, but it does transport oil. Oh, very, very interesting. Okay, so it turns out that we can get oil loaded on here. In fact, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I saw that there was a pipeline connection. There is a pipeline connection. That is brilliant. Okay, so we can absolutely use this as a point where we can transport oil across the sea. Because if you'll recall, if we have a little look at the minimap, all of our oil deposits are at the other side of the ocean. So we're going to need to set that up at some point. Okay, that is brilliant. However, the ship does indeed cost 3.5 million rubles. Yikes. What about a dollar ship? There's no dollar ships. Okay, fine. Well, how big can we get a cargo ship? I mean, we probably just need the smaller cargo ship, right? I think just for now, let's stick with the smaller cargo ship. Oh my goodness. Isn't that just an absolute beauty? It doesn't move on the water, but I suppose that's because it's docked at the moment. Okay. Let's... Ooh, look at that. Look at that. This is brand new. I've never experienced this before. This is brilliant. I've honestly never played with ships. up until this point. Load 100% of anything, and then okay, we just have an unload stop for Soviet countries, so we can choose either Western countries or Soviet countries. That is brilliant. That is absolutely fantastic. Okay, let's just start you, and we'll see if this works. I don't know if you're going to be able to navigate to where you need to go. I mean, there is a little bit of an issue right over here. Oh, look at this. What a vessel. What a vessel. It does look a bit daft. Looks a bit short and stumpy to me. But, I mean, don't let that detract from... Ooh. Okay. I think you might have run aground there, buddy. But clearly, nobody's that bothered, which I'm very grateful about. Looking good. Can I even lower this? Okay, so apparently this counts still as water? Or maybe it's just because it's within the range of the dock? I don't particularly know. Anyway, that's pretty good. That's pretty good stuff. So we're gonna watch you dock. We're gonna watch in 2 times speed. Are you just gonna sort of drive up, or are you gonna reverse in? You're just gonna drive in. Alright, you're gonna drive in and reverse out. Or maybe you're just gonna turn around like a train. You're gonna flip around. Cool. And I imagine that this thing can carry quite a large amount of fuel, so we're probably gonna see our finances drain away yet again. But that's okay. Okay, or maybe you're just not gonna fill up. That's cool too. Alright. Ah, yes, it's because the building is without a power supply. That is somewhat of a problem. Oh, look, we're actually making a little bit of money off the steel as it's being sold at the borders. Well, that's brilliant, isn't it? Absolutely brilliant. Okay, we've got 189 tons of the stuff that we need to sell as swiftly as possible. Let's get a train. Also, what was the maximum capacity of this boat? 1,700 tons of steel. Good stuff. Okay, brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Okay, let's get the cheapest train that we possibly can. This one. And then let's go cargo wagons. I think it's open wagons that we need. Brilliant. A full train of open wagons. And let's get you to go up there. Load 100% of anything. Come back down here. Unload 100% of anything. Okay, I don't know if we're going to be able to load the cargo vessel without power. At the moment, I don't think we require power for any of the forklift operations. No task for the forklift vehicles. Don't worry about it. Let's, yeah, let's do that. So let's load up on that and then unload on here. Cool. And we can wait to load it on there as well. I don't think we need a power supply in order to power the forklifts. I guess we'll see in just a second, although I'm 99% sure that that's not what you need. So you're ready to go. Let's get you dispatched. There should be no issues with regards to where you're going. It should all be remarkably smooth. We do need more workers. How are the construction workers doing in Petrograd? Are we making any progress? We built one road. I mean, that's always good. There are a bunch of construction workers on site because they can all just walk to where they need to go. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Oh, we've built this road as well. Honestly, kind of a lot more progress than I actually expected. I'm very delighted by that. That's great. Also, we can sell prefab panels, although prefab panels are I'm just constantly reminded about how little they sell for. It is criminal, actually, how little they sell for. I mean, it's barely more than iron ore. In fact, it's literally less than processed iron. Can you believe that? It's literally less than processed iron. How is that the case? How is that the case? Disgrace. That's for sure. An absolute disgrace. Okay, but cool. Everything should be set up. Everything should be working. We built another road. Wow. It's a miracle. Let me see if we can go in and buy a couple of residential buildings. I feel very uncomfortable at the fact that I'm still getting citizens after all this. Because I am pretty low on cash. But no matter. We'll power through. Okay, brilliant. And we should indeed see all of our construction materials and workers and whatnot spring into action. We will set up a footpath for construction over here. thankfully, we're able to build that underneath the line. I mean, this is gonna get removed. This cableway station is just, I mean, it's frankly irrelevant and also kind of irritating. We're missing coal? What? Why on earth are we missing coal? We don't have any workers. Ah. The workers are just arriving. Brilliant. Also, let me take a little look at this train, see if it's still working fine. Yes, it is indeed. The train over here. What are you doing? Why are you stopped? Why are you stopped? There's nothing in your way. You can do it. You can do it, buddy. Come on. We can do it together. You can do it. You can absolutely do it. Have I messed up the signals? Nope. Sometimes this just weirdly happens, where the trains stop, and I think it must be due to, like, reloading the save file. I think, if I had to guess, but I don't actually know. Either way, that's sorted. Have I not built that yet? Oh my good golly goodness gracious me. How could I not spot that? That is pretty flippin' bad, actually. So we just haven't been transporting any iron ore this entire darn time. Alright. Well, that is what it is. Where's our coal? Where the heck is our coal? Where's our cabins gone? Where are the cabins? Where are the cabins? Number of cabins on track. Are they waiting to unload? They're waiting to unload iron. Wow. And because, of course, we've not been exporting any iron for this last wee while, that's why it's not been working. That is absolute horse hockey. That is absolute garbage. I'm sorry, but it's true. It really is. Wowzers. I mean, I cannot describe how unbelievably irritating that is. Okay, you're gonna turn around, and for one day, and one day only, you're gonna have a mission to go here. Yeah, that's right. And then after that, you're gonna go right back over to our iron processing area, and you're gonna unload that there. It's true. I need to free up some iron space. Otherwise, we're not gonna make any flippin' progress. And our cabins are just gonna be stuck in here forever. And it's gonna be a disaster. So let's get that sorted right now. Hopefully this number should reduce. Brilliant. Should reduce way down. We've got 660 tons of storage for iron on the train. All of the cabins are getting out of here. Brilliant. Good stuff. And the coal will start to fill up as well, which is important too. Okay. Wonderful. So I need to keep an eye on that train. Let me keep it up in the top left-hand corner just for now. Cool. Looking good. Looking very, very nice indeed. And that train is coming through. Brilliant. Brilliant. So, let's see how our steel train is doing. Oh, the steel train has delivered the steel. And it looks like we can load up the ship without needing power. So I guess this entire area doesn't need a single ounce of power. Very, very happy with that. That is totally a-okay in my books. Yeah, that's really, really good. That is really, really good. Okay, so these forklifts are going to take a little while to get all of the stuff moved around. But that's fine. I mean, we could connect it up directly, I think. Or do we need forklifts? Do we need forklifts just, like, sort of permanently now? Either way, I'm remarkably happy with that. The one thing that I do want to amend on this train's order list is I want to make sure to wait until you're fully loaded, because otherwise we're going to have issues. We've got 135 people waiting to be picked up. I'm also going to... I mean, you guys can just go back to the depot, frankly. Yeah, just go to the depot. Okay. Because I don't really want to waste fuel. I don't really want to waste fuel when I've got a train. Also, I need to make sure that the train has a refueling station. Speak of the devil. The devil of diesel. Okay, that is the train. That are two more trucks over there. Brilliant. Okay. Fantastic. And let's get... Oh, it's gonna need to be somewhere that we have access to power. Can I build a diesel train thing here? Ooh, this might be a little bit challenging, but I'm up for a challenge. Let's try and do it. Okay, yeah, because you're gonna be running low on diesel now, aren't you? I thought as much. I thought as much. Right. So give me a little bit of this. Okay. A little bit of smoothing. You're going to be a little bit of a pain in the backside to do, but that's okay. No. Didn't want to do that. There's trains that are moving on the railway. All right. That's a bust. I mean, is there any other area where we have power, where we have a power connection? I mean, I'm thinking of this substation right over here, which we're going to be able to utilize for the fuel connection. I can always build another transformer over here, although I'd really rather not. I don't really want to build out any more ridiculously long power connections. Right. You know what? Go to that area over there. I know it's only going to take a tiny little bit of steel, but I'm going to get you down the track a little bit, then I'll turn you around, and you can come fill up on diesel. Because you're going to get stuck in just a second. Wait until you're on the bridge fully. Brilliant. And then let's go in and get some of this track removed. And we'll see if we can make a proper change. Yep. Diesel. Diesel's what we require. We're not actually far off. We're not actually far off being able to do this. Okay. Let's see if theoretically this is possible. I mean, it says that it's theoretically possible. However, you can just tell this is going to be an absolute pain in the backside. Right, let's demolish that. Yeah, and then take another crack at it, shall we? We'll take another crack at it without the road, which I know is the pride and joy of my area up here. I spent so much time trying to get that flippin' asphalt road all configured properly. However, you know, needs must. We're in a dire, desperate situation. Take that back just a smidgen. All right. Literally there. That's perfect. And that'll still link up. That still links up like an absolute charm. Too steep of an incline. Are you having a flippin' giggle, mate? What is going on here? There must be a way to connect up. There must be a way to connect up easily. Technically, we don't actually need a road connection to this large storage, but that's okay. There we go. There is a way. I knew there would be a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. And then let's build this asphalt road back. He says, let's build the road back in place. I think. Unbelievable. And that works too. I simply do not believe it. Okay, but there's definitely going to be a power connection there. Let's get you to turn around. It's going to take you like 15 minutes to turn around because you're going to turn around on an incline. So you're going to have to come to a complete stop. By that time, the train diesel station will be fully ready. Is that an electrified bit of track? Oh, look, the bridge is electrified, I guess. Cool. All right. Anyway, go fill up on diesel. You probably won't run out before then, and you can go to, yeah, go to there. Yeah, you might slow down, come to a complete stop, and then start moving again. But that's okay. I have faith that you'll be able to execute on that just fine. Okay, coal is looking good. We need to keep an eye on this diesel train. Where are you? Where are you right now, Mr. Diesel Train? You're almost at Potatograd. You're about to unload your iron. Diesel train? Not a diesel train. This is a coal train. A coal train that's been repurposed for diesel... No, not diesel. Gosh darn it, Potato. Iron moving purposes. That's exactly it. Alright. Why is there no Why is there no movement further up the track? Now that is daft. Because there's another track. There's another train all the way over there. What's the issue here? Did I just miss a train? Yeah, where's the train? Where's the train? I don't see it, frankly. I don't see where the train is. There's no train in between this section and this section. Oh, is it because this, even though it's not built, counts as... I think it totally is. So this, okay, that's really interesting. So this this section of underground tunnel, even though it's not built, even though it won't be built for another 1,000 years, yep, totally. There was a train passing by at the other end, and therefore that slowed absolutely everything down. That is unbelievable. And frankly, I think it's probably not a bug, but it kind of should be considered as one. Really. Anyway, things are looking up. Things are looking pretty darn good. We've got 57 workers in the steel mill. That's remarkably not many. Remarkably few is the terminology which I wished to deploy there, but that didn't end up working out. 17 tons, kilograms of gravel on site at the moment, and yet we need so much more. We need so much more. Is anything being moved around? Oh, we do actually need a road connection, because of course we do, because of the steel. Cool. It's prefab panels. I mean, we could do the prefab panels. How are you lost? How are you lost? How are you lost? You cannot get lost. You cannot... Turn around. Go the other way. Go to... I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get how you can be lost. It's like a very, very simple setup here. You come in one side and you go out the other side. Yeah, frankly, unbelievable that you're not able to manage that, but that's okay. That's okay. Right, so iron we're still importing by the bucket load, which is a bit of a bummer. Coal we're also still importing by the bucket load. We're going to need to start selling some serious steel, and we've got 37 tons of the stuff loaded on board. Some vehicles are without fuel. Yeah, so we can't actually load the fuel onto the trucks without having a power supply over here. I really thought that we were going to get away with that. I really thought for just a second that we were going to get away with that, but alas, it's not meant to be. Right, well, we'll build a substation right over there, and then we will have to do this. Okay, we can get over there. Brilliant. That actually works. Wow. Good stuff. And do we have an empty slot? We do indeed. Distance between poles too far. That's... Hold on. I'm not connected. That was almost an embarrassing mishap. Thankfully, I avoided it. Just to make sure everything's connected. Yeah, I think it should be. Does indeed look like it is. Okay, that's only 16,000 rubles. That's a cost that I could just about bear. Oh, boy. That's pretty irritating, though. That's pretty darn irritating. How much do we have? 169 tons of steel in there? I mean, how much is that actually worth? Probably not that much in the grand scheme of things. We just need more employees. That's what we need. We just need more employees. Only 32 workers. It's because the trains have been messing up like there's no tomorrow. 51 workers. That's good. And we need those workers each and every time. Each and every time we need those workers. Concrete and asphalt. Why are we not able to pick up concrete? We should be able to pick up concrete. Yeah, we got a concrete buffer here. No workers. We can't install or export concrete. Yeah, I mean, that should be working. Should be accessible. Asphalt as well. We've got a buffer in there. Gravel. We should be able to sort that out too. No workers coming into the asphalt factory. That's a bit of a bummer. Do we need workers before there's an order sent out to go and pick up the asphalt? It might be the case. Yeah, it might be the case that that's how it works. Because I think that is... I mean, we're building roads. We're building roads super duper quickly. It says that loads of people don't have a job. I refuse to believe that. I absolutely refuse to believe that, given that there are still loads and loads of jobs available at the steel mill. Well, comrades, I mean, I've got to be honest, it's not looking fantastic. However, we shall prevail. We shall prevail. We shall absolutely prevail. Frankly, I'm amazed how quickly we were able to get that train station together. It's looking pretty good. Anyway, has our train arrived? This is the train that I've modified. No, that's not the train that I modified. You're unloading all of the iron into here. Brilliant. Cool. The train that I modified is en route back to where he needs to go. Delete that stop. Delete that stop. And now if I go and have a look at Kolgradsky, the town of Kolgradsky, we should have empty space, yep, in the large aggregate storage. And we should have empty space in this large aggregate storage as well. We're running 100% of our cable car missions. Cable cars are running at a good regularity, even though they are horrifically inefficient, and I'm really unhappy with how lame they actually are. But, I mean, that is what it is. Maybe if the cable cars were slightly bigger, if they were able to carry more tonnage, or if even if they were able to fill up slightly faster, they would be more worthwhile. But at the moment, they're just not. Anyway, the forklifts are back on the mission, back on the fuel mission. 23,000 rubles in steel at the moment. That will increase. That'll probably... basically double, so it'll be probably just shy of about 100,000 rubles. Yeah, just shy of about 100,000 rubles probably on that boat, which is really, really nice. I guess the next stage is, first of all, trying to just get more steel. Also, more coal. We're going to need more coal production. That's definitely something that's required. And more people as well. More people is definitely what we require. And... we just need to finish the groundworks, and this is a problem. This is a real problem with this concrete plant. I'm pretty sure that it's just not working out. Nobody seems to want to go to the cable car station. Like, why do you not want to go here? Number of students waiting. Why is no one... number of cabins in station 0. Yeah, why is nobody going this way? Is it because there's works underneath here? Cabin speed, that doesn't look good. That really doesn't look good. Okay, buy some more cabins. See if that makes a difference. Does that make any difference whatsoever? Right. Not entirely sure where all of our cabins have gone. I mean, I think that this has become... pretty apparent that this is not working. There are no cabins in the station, and yet I mean, passenger cabins. I don't know. I can't put any cabins on the cableway. And it's powered at both ends. It's powered at both ends. It looks like it's working. It looks like it should be working anyway. I think it's come to the time where we remove this, because it just frankly isn't working. And we really need people to work in our concrete plant. We really need people to work in the concrete plant, and we really need people to work in the cement plant. Neither of those jobs are fulfilling anyone at the moment. So what I think we'll do is we will actually get ourselves a bus stop. Yeah, we'll try and get ourselves just a small bus stop. We'll just get this one. This is the one that I'm after. And ideally I could put it like in here. To be honest, that's pretty good. Yeah, we'll do that there. Cool. We'll get that built. Get that built. Get that built. Get that built. I will build this all manually, even though it's not my preference to do so. And we'll see if we can try and get a footpath to connect this up, to connect that up, to connect that up, and then that's there. Okay, cool. So maybe, just maybe, we're going to be able to access... oh, we're just out. We're just not in range of the of the cement plant. Let me see if I can try go around the back. I can't go around the back because there's that in the way. There's no way that I can link up here. No way that I can link that up. No way that I can sort of cut off the corner a little bit here. That is a major, major bummer. It must just be out of range. Let me see if I can... Yeah, do that. And then do that. Will that make it any different? It is remarkably far away. It is remarkably far away from absolutely everything. Right, well, no matter. Let's demolish this building. Can't demolish this building. Sell those vehicles or move them to a different workplace. I don't think I can. That's the problem. I do not think that I can do that. I mean, it doesn't say that there are any cabins in the station. Yeah, there's no cabins in the station, so it's kind of like, what can I do? Not much, frankly. Okay, maybe if I force the cable cars to go back into the building. If I force the cable cars to go back into the building by deleting all of that, maybe it'll show up. Cabins in the station, there we go. Okay, totally. Yep, let's sell you. Let's sell you. Sell you. Okay, so not entirely sure what happened there. I guess it's still kind of a little bit buggy. Frankly, I'm not that bothered. I'm not that bothered. It gave me the opportunity, and it gave me the, not only the opportunity, but the motivation as well, right? The motivation just to get rid of this nonsense. I know half of them are light cargo cars, but, I mean, that doesn't really make that much of a difference, frankly, in hindsight, because they just weren't working. They just weren't working. They weren't working before I added the cargo wagons, and they weren't working after. I could rebuild the entirety of the cableway. I don't really think that I'm that bothered about it, to be honest. Instead, I'll just get a bus service, and we'll just have a little bit more town space, sort of central town space. So that's going to be pretty darn good. 204 meters. 204 meters to the asphalt plant over there. I mean, what we could do... What I think I want to do, actually. Let's... This may be a little bit of a frivolous expense at a time like this. But let me go and get that entire area kitted out to work with bulldozers and whatnot. And then I'm going to sell all of the vehicles in here. I know, a little bit of a waste of money. But I really, really, really want to have a bus stop that can access the cargo... not the cargo. I really want a bus stop that can access the concrete plant and the asphalt plant in one. Because that's just going to make the mission of the bus so much easier. Yeah, delete that. Delete that. I mean, pads are one thing that I'm very comfortable rebuilding. There we go. And that means that we won't need to have a dedicated asphalt bus. We'll just have, you know, a single bus. Right, so if we connect up there, that should allow us to do that. Yeah. Will that work? Let's have a little look. Oh, brilliant. 246 meters. And I know that this is going to work because it worked from the cableway. Brilliant. 245. That is phenomenal. That is absolutely phenomenal. I'm delighted. It'll probably be less than 245 if we link this up. Beautiful. And now what we need to worry about is some road connections. Fine. And this path doesn't even need to exist anymore. And that connects up there. Brilliant. Brilliant, 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 brilliant. So, getting rid of that cableway, probably the best thing that I could have done in the circumstances. I'm pretty happy with it. There's a gas station right next door. Okay, let's see. Let me move the asphalt bus. Are you the asphalt bus? You're the construction office bus. You're the asphalt bus. So, instead, you're not going to go to the asphalt bus stop. You're going to go to the Potato Grad bus stop. That's right. We are kind of draining all of our people at the moment. All of our workers. All of our glorious workers. It is taking a little while to get that done, but that's okay. Because there are so many people that are involved in the construction of stuff around that everyone is getting picked up via bus at the moment. And taken to some random place to build some random road. It is a bit of an issue, but I mean, it's a worthwhile endeavor. It needs to be done, frankly. We can't just have roads not getting built. It needs to absolutely get done. Okay, so the gravel is sorted pretty much everywhere that matters. Also, maybe I could just think about getting a path into the bus stop. No, I guess not. There's no access point at this side. I was just thinking to make it a little bit easier for people to get in there, but that's totally fine. Right, so the Asphalt bus is probably heading back now. Is this the Asphalt bus? This is indeed the Asphalt bus. I really, really, really would like this bus to pick up some passengers, to pick up some workers, if at all possible. You manage, you've got one worker. That's kind of not the vibe that I'm going for. I kind of want more people than just that. Yeah, I mean, we need a much larger population. To be honest, we need a much larger population. You able to get to the bus stop? Yeah, you're able to get to the bus stop. You're able to get to the bus stop too. As long as everyone's able to get to the bus stop and the train station, frankly, I don't care. But it does say that a couple of people don't have a job. Not that many, though. Not that many. Everyone seems fully occupied. Most people seem fully occupied. Hospital as well. Hospital seems to be in a pretty good state. I mean, the entirety of the town is in a pretty good state, to be honest. We're almost finished up with this ridiculous construction. So there we go. I do feel like maybe I should have like an outlying town. Or like an outlying area. Like over here, we could have construction grad, you know? That has a separate pool of workers. Because I don't really like the fact that Potatograd's workers are being siphoned off for the benefit of construction purposes. It's just not super ideal. Yeah, I think we're going to need to make a construction grad at some point later down the road. So that we're able to continue production of this, you know, production of steel at full pace. We've got 138 tons on the train. Have we fully loaded the boat yet? Oh my goodness, this is taking forever. This is taking an age. This is taking absolutely forever. This is ridiculous. Hold on. What are you doing? Why are you not dropping stuff off? You had to go around for a second pass, did you? That's a weird one. Not sure what's happening there. We literally have tons and tons and tons of steel. We've got 60,000 rubles worth of product. Now that's not 60,000 worth of profit, because you got to bear in mind is that we're buying in a heck of a lot of coal and a heck of a lot of iron in order to make this possible. But that's okay. How many workers have you got? 0 workers, right? So we're not even making prefab panels at the moment. We do have plenty of prefab panels though, so that's fine. And zero workers. I mean, that is just not good. That is just not good. Look at this. I mean, we just simply do not have enough workers to do what needs to be done. Because we're just so concerned with building all of these buildings. And all of our workers are actually going into... All of the workers in the city are actually just going into the building sites and just sitting around and doing absolutely nothing. Right, suspend construction on that. Suspend construction on that. Suspend construction on that. Suspend construction on that. I do not want any workers. I do not want any workers going into the buildings. We can't have like 360. In fact, there's more than 360 workers. We can't have 360 workers just sitting around not doing anything. That is frankly ridiculous. That is frankly ridiculous. And it would be nice if they were bussed in as opposed to just being able to walk in. But I guess that is what it is. You're working by yourself on there. That's fine. So I suspect, I hope, that a bunch of these people are going to come into the bus station. We got many folk. We got many folk in the bus station. We just need concrete. We need concrete and concrete in the asphalt plant. They need to be up and running properly. That's really what we're after. Also bricks. We do have bricks. I didn't connect up a a brick section, although I should be able to. There we go. Too sharp of a turn? Really? That's a bit of a bummer. Alright, try again. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Isn't that... I don't know. There's a story in there somewhere. Okay. And can we connect this up? Is that at all possible? That's a miracle. It's frankly astounding that that works. And then that should connect up right there. Okay, brilliant. Who transports bricks? Who transports bricks? It's not the concrete mixers, that's for absolutely certain. It's these guys. Cool. Great. Bricks. We've already got board. The asphalt plant can't produce asphalt. Yeah, so it needs to have a person in it in order to exist. I mean, we just need more of these workers. We just need more of these workers. That's all we need. Come on. Come on. Let me make asphalt. How are you not able to get to where you need to go? I do not understand it. I do not understand it. So how do you get in here? You've come from Potatograd train platform small. I just don't understand how you're not able to do a simple bit of driving. Okay, you know what? Let's see if we can try and modify this to account for the idiots who need to get... the idiots who can't drive trains properly. We'll build really cheap railway. Too sharp of a turn. Crossing not allowed. You're gosh darn right. Alright, this is happening too many times to... to not take notice of. There we go. Now you're able to get to where you need to go. You've got 105 workers on you. I mean, that's not a number that we can really sniff at. I'm sorry that we have to make a little bit of horrible track like that, but that's okay. Let's turn around and get you to go to where you need to go. Yep. I want to actually deliver one load of steel before the end of the episode. Can you believe that? An ambition, truly, of the highest degree. We're still buying in a heck of a lot of coal ore, which doesn't sit well with me, but it is what it is. 94 workers there. 105 on that train. Also, I haven't done the signals here properly. Nope, I haven't done the signals here properly at all. I think I need... that? Yeah, there we go. I think that's the one that I need. So if I do that, then that should work out just fine. Here's hoping. Anyway, that's a bunch of workers. That's a bunch of workers, and that's way more than we had when we were faffing around trying to build houses. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so our coal is almost completely out because we are not able to buy in or process enough coal. Because we're not getting enough people to the train stop, or the train station. This is good this way, though, because we're prioritizing the delivery of workers to the coal plant first. Yeah, this is good. This is very, very good. Okay, the asphalt plant should be able to make asphalt now, right? Nope, still completely unable to make asphalt. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. 9 people. 9 people. I mean, making cement is all very well and important. However, it's not a hugely important thing. Alright, are we going to see... There we go, one person. One person to come and work in the asphalt plant. There we go, brilliant. So, are we going to see any trucks move? Asphalt plant is not assigned as a source. That's okay. Missing a dumper truck. We don't need a dumper truck. We don't need a dumper truck here. We should just be able to move. Although, in saying that, I've not allowed any constructions to continue. So now, will that force anyone into action? There we go. We have liftoff. Nice. A couple of workers are a couple of trucks are off to where they need to go. A couple of workers are on the construction site. Only 50, so we're gonna get it done really, really quickly. Although, irritatingly, it's gonna detract from the rest of the area. Look at that, 75 workers. I mean, it's all very well and good when you wanna, you know, when you wanna stay at Potatograd and stay at home and don't actually go into work for the day. I see how it is. All right, let's do this. Let's actually make some concrete. Let's actually get as much concrete as we possibly can get whilst the going is good. Because it's not going to be good forever. 22 tons of concrete and 13 tons of asphalt. That shouldn't be too difficult to do, to be honest. I don't understand why not more mixer trucks are going. Yeah, not entirely sure of that, but that's okay. Anyway, we've got a lot of steel loaded onto the train, which is good. We've got a load of steel arrived at the depot over here. Why is this not working? Is this a little bug too? I think it is. So they all take... Yeah, I mean, I did say... I don't know why this is working like this. If I remove wait until loaded, will that stop you guys coming back around? This does seem like a little bit of a bug. Is it a power issue? No, it's not a power issue, as you've got power. Yeah, this is a real funky one. So what they do is they carry 1.8 tons to the cargo harbor. They drop off 1.5 of those tons, and then they travel right around and do it again. Like, they do the entire route twice. And I am very confused as to why that is the case. I have absolutely no idea. Absolutely no idea. What I do know is... Can't demolish the garage. What I want to do... I guess I'll have to do it on this side. But what I want to basically do is get a bunch more forklift garages. Yeah. Bunch more forklift garages. So that we're able to get more capacity. Especially if they're faffing around with this ridiculousness. You know, this ridiculous situation where they do like half loads or whatever. So let's try and get that sorted. There we go. Just a little bit. Okay, cool. Little bit of a pricey overhaul, but to be fair, I want to make sure that my boats are able to make money fairly fast. Let's get all that. I mean, I say pricey. It's not actually that pricey. I'm just low on money. That's the only thing. Okay. Yep, we want to buy 4 forklifts. Nice, nice. Forklifts. Keep on clicking the wrong button. That's okay. The auto purchase of fuel as opposed to the auto purchase of forklifts. And you. Brilliant. We will set up the routes in just a second. Don't you worry about that. Man, I love these forklifts. I mean, when they work, they're great. They really are. It's just infuriating how this is happening. But, hey-ho. Right, find connections. Yep, find connections. Find connections. And find connections. Brilliant. I'm not going to faff around too much with modifying the order list. We're just going to let it do what it needs to do, and hope that we're able to get all of the steel moved over in reasonably short succession. I do appreciate that it might be a little bit more wasteful to do it this way. However, as you can see, if everyone does need to do a second round, then I guess it kind of makes sense. Anyway, we got 60 tons of steel that is needing to be moved. We're moving resources much more quickly now. Looks like we'll have just over about 130,000 rubles worth of steel on this boat. It's not much, frankly. It's not much at all. However, we're trying. See, look, they don't do the weird thing over here, do they? They don't do the weird drop off right over there. Very, very strange indeed. 22 tons of concrete right where it needs to be. Brilliant. Asphalt, this is just not working. It's just not working at all. I'm going to need to specify exactly where these workers go. I'm going to need to specify that they need to go to the gravel plant, the brick plant, that plant, whatever. Asphalt plant and the concrete plant are going to get far and away the highest, like, orders. So there we go. Basically, what I want to ensure is that people are prioritizing working in the plants that are actually pretty darned essential to construction of everything. There we go. So we should have a full asphalt plant, even if it is wasting sort of like workers' time. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're trying to go to Potatograd train platform small, and yet you guys are just absolutely unbelievable, aren't you? You guys are just the worst. You're toying with my emotions here. You are toying with my emotions. I mean, have I put the signals in wrong here? I have put the signals in wrong there. That should be in that direction. You know what? Sure. Let's just do both directions in both directions. I literally don't even care anymore. That one was actually my fault. I'll claim credit for that one. I'll claim credit for that. Ooh, combine harvester. We do actually want a combine harvester, but that's okay. Cannot produce or export asphalt. Yeah. Missing resources, asphalt, and missing dumper truck. Do we use a dumper truck to transport asphalt? Uh-oh. Have I just been, Oh my goodness, we totally do. Alright, so this entire time, really? It was all me? Alright, well that's fine. We're gonna get it sorted now. Jeez Louise. That was a toughie. That was a toughie. But we got there in the end, didn't we? We got there in the end, guys. We got there in the end. We got there together. I'm about to be bankrupted by all of the by the importation of all of the workers needed to fill up this this block of flats. But that's okay. I mean, it's the, you know, small things. Don't worry about the details. Don't sweat the small stuff. You know what they say. 17 workers. Lots and lots of asphalt. Look at this. Oh, look, these are all the trucks that are gonna lay down down the asphalt over here. Oh, cool. I didn't realize that we'd actually made that much progress. I mean, we haven't really, but that's okay. Yeah, we don't really need this road to be asphalted anymore, but I guess it's still better late than never or something. We've also got tons and tons of boards. I mean, how much do boards go for? Is there any rationale to export them? 11? 11 per ton? I think the answer is probably no. I think the answer is probably no. It's probably not worth exporting them. I mean, maybe it is, but it's probably not. Let's be honest. It's probably not. Okay, we got asphalt on the ground over here. Is it working? We got it. 13 tons of the stuff. Come in here. No. All right. No asphalt over there. We're apparently just delivering it entirely to this area. Cool. Well, I'm glad that that actually finally got done. I had absolutely no idea that the dumpers were the things that transported asphalt. I don't really start off the campaign usually with early asphalt transportation. It's just not the way that things usually end up working out. But you know, that's okay. That's completely fine. We're not able to produce enough of this coal stuff. To be honest, we need a second coal ore processing plant, but I don't really have the finances to make that happen right now. I think what we're going to have to do in the next episode is set up oil production. I think it needs to be done. And I think, you know what, we probably need to set up oil production over at the other side of the world. Maybe even drawing some workers from this town. All 6 of them, really. There's not very many, but I think we're gonna need it. Right, let's send this ship off into the great unknown now that the Forklifts have all done a fantastic job. What have we got? 150,000 rubles. All right, cool. Let's follow this vehicle. Let's see where it goes. Let's see how it does. You haven't filled up with fuel, I note. somewhat worrying. That's okay. Where are you going? That's what I want to know. We are here right now. And you're going down to... You're going down to the right. Okay, so that is technically closer to the border. Oh, flippin' heck. That is miles and miles and miles away. How fast do you go? 14 knots? Okay, so in proper measurements, how fast is that? I honestly have no idea. Honestly, no idea. How much steel have we got on here? 90,000 rubles worth? Okay, good. Finally, I'm starting to feel like we're in a little bit of a better position. 56 workers. Brilliant. Good stuff, everyone. And 101 workers. Okay, that steel mill is the key to our success in every regard. Okay. What else? Can we sell bricks? We could maybe sell bricks. Although, again, bricks just seemingly make almost no money. Alcohol's a good one to sell, maybe. Cement. We've got a lot of cement. We got a lot of cement, although we're buying in gravel. So that's not exactly ideal. Also, we need to set up a gravel processing area. I haven't done that yet. Crops. Yeah, there's nothing much that I really want to sell right now, to be honest. Nothing much that I really can sell other than steel. And by that I mean, we could sell theoretically anything. However, it's only gonna be steel that makes us any money. Right, so we're actually making pretty good work on these prefabricated flats. So we're solving the problem ourselves, which I like. If there's any more gravel roads that need to be built, we're pretty up and ready to build gravel roads, which I'm pretty happy about. You know what? Honestly, all things considered, the fact that we bought a ship, we bought a couple of docks, we got all of the stuff that we need to do. I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. We're cruising on 0 fuel at the moment, which, I mean, just for anyone out there who's interested, never really a great idea. It damages the engine in a major way, and I'm sure causes a lot more problems than one usually intends. But yeah, bit of a bummer, but it is what it is. Anyway, you're motoring pretty quickly towards the border, and I must say I'm really looking forward to this 150,000 rubles. How did we do last month? How many resources did we import? Vehicles exported. Oh yeah, we sold vehicles last month, didn't we? Yeah, I forgot about that. I mean, on the whole, we still lost a heck of a lot of money. Foreign manpower. I mean, import of resources. What are we majorly importing? It's mostly coal. Mostly coal and iron. We need to sort out the coal and iron ore. I think, to be honest, we're going to have to change it to a conveyor system. We need to move coal. We need to stop importing coal. If we're able to stop importing coal, then we'll be able to absolutely slash our costs. In fact, we might even be able to run a profit. Steel. We've imported a lot of steel, but then second behind that, coal ore and iron ore. Yeah, also a lot of mechanical components. Anyway, let's have a little look. So you literally just drive up to the border and you just unload all of the goods. I mean, it's not the fastest thing in the world. You don't even sail to another port. I guess you just unload super slowly to simulate driving out with here and selling the resources somewhere else. But I mean, I guess that shows me how it's done. So at least that is somewhat of an understanding about how ships work. Okay, I mean, I feel like that's a pretty good place to wrap this up whilst the resources are slowly but surely ticking down. Yeah, mine of course has been Over the Potato. This has been Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. We're gonna be doing oil. We're gonna be doing coal and iron. I say we're gonna be doing coal and iron. We're gonna be very, very quickly at the start of the next episode probably redoing coal and iron to not have this garbage in place, because we're just throwing money down the drain. I really did think that perhaps the cable car wouldn't be so garbage that it was just a complete waste of time, but I think that it is. Apart from like supplying passengers up the mountainside, that's pretty cool. Don't get me wrong, that's really, really cool. However, the cargo cable cars are just hot garbage. Anyway, thanks as ever to my fantastic supporters over at Patreon who help make videos like this possible. And ladies and gents, I'll catch you for the next episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. Bye.